Hey guys, it's Leah. I am Forward Fitness's self-proclaimed nutrition guru, and I am here to bring you a nutrition tip to help you accelerate your fat loss and get the fat loss results that you want in as little time as possible. And I'm gonna help you with that by giving you a new mindset to adapt when you are thinking about your fat loss goals and taking action in order to create the fat loss that you want. So for most of us, fat loss doesn't come very easy. It definitely doesn't come naturally for any of us, because if we could create the fat loss that we wanted by never getting uncomfortable, we would probably already have it by now. So when you're thinking about fat loss, I want to help you understand it in terms of getting out of debt. So imagine that you have a bank account that you have overspent on, and you are now in a significant amount of debt, or even just a little bit of debt, and you want to get out of debt and be able to spend money the way that you want to. That is what it's like when you have a health goal that you want to create, specifically in the area of fat loss, where you're going to have to tweak your actions a little bit in order to be able to create the physique that you want, to be able to do the things that you want to do. So if you are in debt, of course, you know what you need to do, which is go through a period of intentional saving more than you're spending, so that you can create over time a surplus in your account and be able to in the future spend money the way that you want to. So you may not buy extra things that you don't necessarily need. You are only going to buy what you do need so that you can save everything that you don't need in order to create that surplus within your account. That is just like fat loss. You're going to go through a period of making intentional nutritional choices for only the nutrition that you truly need, only the calories that you really need, so that you can actually create a deficit in order to lose fat over time. It's not all going to happen overnight. We rarely go out of debt overnight, so it's going to take intentional overtime choices that build upon each other in order to create what you really want. But also think of it this way. I think a lot of people think of fat loss as a kind of a death sentence, and that those nutritional changes that you need to make. A lot of people really get it stuck in their heads that they don't feel like they could say goodbye to some of their favorite foods that are a little higher in calorie forever. But keep this in mind. Just like when you're getting out of debt, you're not going to be in debt forever. Eventually, if you choose to make the choices that get you out of debt over time, you're going to be out of debt, and you're going to get to go back to spending a little bit differently. Now, if you go back to spending exactly the way that you spent your money before, you're going to create debt again. So the goal is to incorporate a little bit more spending, give yourself a little bit more freedom, while also remembering those principles that got you out of debt in the first place. Always being intentional about saving, always being intentional about monitoring your budget. That's just like fat loss. You're going to go through a period of more intentional nutritional calculation so that you can guarantee your fat loss results. But that's only for a time. That's not for the rest of your life. And then once you get to the point where you are comfortable with your fat levels and are feeling really good and are ready to start reincorporating maybe some of those foods that you said goodbye to for a while, you're free to do that, and it's going to feel so much better. Buying something that you really want that's a big purchase feels a lot more free when you are not in debt. And so I encourage you to keep that in mind, that again, just like with debt, if you go back to how you ate completely before you went on your fat loss journey, you might create those same levels of fat again. So I do encourage you to keep in mind what's going to work for you, keep monitoring those macronutrients, and just keep that nutritional mindfulness at the forefront, and you are going to succeed. So I just hope this is helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions, or if you have any other helpful analogies of how to think of fat loss. And we look forward to hearing from you and celebrating your successes with you, and have a great day.